That's it. It's really not much. I put my paper in a binder and I move on with my day. You can remember that they're trying to impress you also. They have orange spray tan on them. Joining the popular house literally matters for 3 seconds on bid day. And everyone's like, oh, that's a good house you joined. The rest is the 4 years day in and day out. Hey everyone, I'm Kaitlyn. This channel is Sarah and Kaitlyn, but Sarah's not with me right now because today I'm going to be talking about sorority recruitment. I was in a sorority and then I was on the other side of things and I rushed girls, so I know all the secrets. I'm going to be spilling some of those secrets. Please subscribe. I'm going to be giving you the advice for recruitment that you actually need that I don't think many of these YouTube videos are going to tell you. Yes, they look you up on social media. Put yourself on private, take any ridiculous, inappropriate, anything like that off there. Leave things about who you are. Yeah, they have all summer to look you up if you registered early, so come on now. I know you don't want to hear this. Looks do matter, kind of. When I rushed girls, part of the component that I had to do was to give them a rating on their looks. Maybe not necessarily how pretty they were, but appearance, cute outfit, how did they look. I'm bringing this point up because a lot of girls get hurt during recruitment when they get dropped from houses that have a reputation of being prettier. And it hurts your confidence because you think that it's all based off looks. Unfortunately, looks are a part of the game, but they're not the whole picture. If you get dropped from a house, you literally have no idea why you got dropped from that house or from any other house. You don't want to be in a chapter that shows you for how you look anyway. Those chapters that are dropping girls because they don't fit what they look like are making a very superficial decision. So how are you going to find real sisterhood there? So let it be a piece to you that some chapters base things off looks, not all. It just saves you time. I don't want to be chosen just because I look like everyone else in the sorority. They know a lot about you before you even walk into the house. You know, you had to fill out that little application and you had to share like what you're interested in and what you like. They will pair you up with somebody to rush you based off of something that you said. When I was rushing, I got paired with a girl who was the National Honor Society president at her school. And it came up in the conversation and I was like, oh, me too. And it got really awkward because it was so obvious that was why her and I were paired up together. And I got dropped from the house the next day. So if you get paired up with a girl and you're like, wow, this chapter's amazing. They like surfing too? They must all like it. Like, no, it's not a coincidence. Take that with a grain of salt if you have something in common with the person rushing you. The sorority wants to intimidate you. Example, all sororities get spray tans the week before rush. Why? I guess if you look better, you're more intimidating. When you line up in front of the house, there's a group of 3 girls that stand outside the door and everybody sees them, and the recruitment chair literally chooses the 3 most beautiful / intimidating looking girls to stand at the front so everyone sees, so that everyone gets intimidated before they walk in. What does that mean for you? If you're getting nervous or anxious or you are intimidated, you can remember that they're trying to impress you also. They have orange spray tan on them. You can take them down a notch. They're just humans and they're just trying to make you think that they're cool also. The person rushing you, have almost no say in whether or not you get kept. I'm gonna tell you a story. There was this girl, I rushed her and I loved her. We had the best conversation and I was like, I wanna be her friend. After you rush somebody, you go and you fill out this little sheet of paper and then you rate them based off of how much you think they'd fit into the chapter, and then you just write like a little note. That's it. It's really not much. I put my paper in a binder and I move on with my day. The recruitment chair stays up all night reading those little sheets and deciding who stays and who goes. And so this girl that I loved, she ended up getting cut. She probably took it really personal because her and I had a great conversation. From the house that you loved, that you thought that you guys were going to be together forever, and you already knew their sorority hand signal, one way or another, a house that you love is going to drop you. So if you get dropped, do not take it personal. You literally have no idea what could have happened that would have caused that sorority to drop you. They could have had to have met a quota. Literally so many things could have happened before it was just that girl didn't like you or she thought you were weird. If you get dropped from the house you love, I'm sorry. It wasn't meant to be. Don't take it personally, because the person rushing you probably is just as dumbfounded as you are as to why you got dropped. You want to go somewhere that values you. So if you got dropped from that sorority, if you're like, maybe I could have said this, maybe I could have worn this outfit, maybe if I just looked like this. Well, now you're trying to change yourself to fit somewhere so that they want you. Look at getting dropped as a good thing because it just made your decision really a lot easier. When you look at your list, don't see it as there's all those missing spaces from houses that didn't want me, and instead look at it and see it as, okay, these are the houses that saw something in me that they valued, and that is cool. Don't try to change yourself because you're going to get tired of being fake 3 months into your chapter, and then you're going to feel sad instead of just going somewhere where they actually wanted you for you. And also, the chapter knows better than you about who's going to fit in here. They know a lot more than you. So if you're set on a chapter and you're like, that was my dream chapter, they might have actually been doing you a favor because they know that you wouldn't have done well there. Stereotypes and house rankings and things like that, and it's so cringy to even talk about it, but I have to. Before Rush, everybody's talking about, oh, this house is like this, and these girls in this house are like this. Everybody talks about the houses and what they're like, so how much do you listen? Even the most accurate stereotypes don't really matter at the end of the day because this is a chapter of 200 girls. So in every chapter of 200 girls, you're going to find girls like you. If you're in a chapter who has a reputation for partying, there's still girls in there that don't party. Do your best to not read about sorority stereotypes. Do not read about it. Don't participate in those conversations if you can, because what happened was those stereotypes only clouded my judgment when I was in Rush. Focus on the people that you meet. That is all that matters when you Rush, is the people. If you meet a girl and you get along with her and you want to be her friend, go with that chapter. Because that means that she has friends, and if you get along with her, you'll get along with her friends. If you go to a chapter and you don't like that girl, do not keep that chapter because they have a good reputation or a good ranking. No other factor matters when it comes to choosing a sorority other than the people that you meet. Do not watch the sisterhood video that they show you and get really emotional, make your decision based off that. No, hire a videographer, like it's all fake. Screw the stereotypes. Screw whether this house is cooler or more popular or not. If you choose the house where you find friends, that is the jackpot. And you know what? It takes real confidence to say, I'm going to go into Rush and I'm going to choose based off of who I want to be friends with. Because what it means is you will drop houses that people consider the cool houses because you didn't get along with them. Why? Because you're doing this for you, not for what people will think of you based on the sorority you join. Go to the house if you get along with them. And by get along, I mean you're not being fake, you're being really you, you're not hiding anything about yourself. And if they don't like you for that and they drop you, they've just made your decision so much easier. I wish I could shake every girl rushing right now and tell them this because it's life. If people don't like you for who you are, you're just going to get exhausted trying to put on a face for them. Go with the people that value you. If you feel during rush that you have to be fake in a certain house in order to be liked, then drop that house. Joining the popular house literally matters for 3 seconds on bid day, and everyone's like, oh, that's a good house you joined. The rest is the 4 years, day in and day out, getting in, getting your meals, going to events, making friends. That's what matters. And go where you are valued. Do not be fake. Be a savage. Seriously, be a savage. Go in there and talk like you talk and don't hide anything. And watch how some houses drop you, but in the end, you end up finding the people who value you. I think that is a good video on the secrets of rush / tips. I hope this helps you. Please comment down below any questions you have. DM me on Instagram if you have more questions about rush, or if you're going through rush and you're feeling really down because you got dropped from houses and stuff. We can talk about it. And subscribe. This is Sarah and I's channel. We love you guys so much, and we just want to help you live your best, most authentic life. And we'll see you in the next video.